OmniBros. Jess.
Always catch me on that. There it is.
There it is. Now we know what we're watching today.
Good afternoon and welcome to Omnibroslive. I can't reach through Lou to point to it. But this is Omnibroslive. I am Omnidog here, co-hosted the show with Comics Guide 101's Lou. Lou, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
And Matrix Gabe, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right, man. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the End of the World episode of Omnibros Live.
Okay, I'm going to spit out my gum. There we go. That's better.
You're going to put it behind your ear and save
we're
it for later?
going to highlight viewer shelfies that we've had people send in.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about news. We're going to talk about Daredevil by Bendis. But first, what everyone wants to talk about is Lou playing Animal Crossing on the Switch.
I haven't gotten it yet.
You haven't gotten it yet?
No, it comes out Friday.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet.
No, but I've got because of the whole virus thing, I've gotten my spring break extended by a week, so I'm gonna play the hell out of that.
So you get like 3 weeks off?
I'm having two. So far, it looks like I'm gonna have 2 weeks off.
Oh, I want to see if Tom Nook is still that shyster, gouging monster that he was.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. The rate of inflation from Tom Nook is just insane. If you see it, it's ridiculous.
Now, I remember playing that game a lot with my daughter, and I'm trying to think where we played that. Was that on the GameCube?
The first one was GameCube.
Yeah, okay. We played it on the GameCube.
Yeah.
We loved that game.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, they're fun games, man. But Jesus, that is a time sink and a half that I'm gonna be putting into that now, especially since I'm gonna have next week off. So, and this is a crazy week as far as like games because we also get Doom. We get the new Doom this week, and that
footage of that.
Oh my god, that looks amazing! I can't.
I didn't know there was a new Doom out.
It comes out this week. It comes out
Nice.
Friday, man.
Not gonna get it.
I loved it. I love the one from 2016, so I'm super excited for that. So,
I think the last Doom I played was like Xbox, like 360 Xbox.
Oh man, do yourself a favor. Pick up the one from
Quake?
2016.
I think that was Quake. Either way, they're the same game.
Man, pick up the one from 2016. It's on sale right now. You can find it for dirt cheap. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it is fun.
Does that have The Rock in it?
No. Sadly, it does not have The Rock in it.
Was The Rock in Doom? Was there a movie Doom and The Rock was in it?
Yeah, it was a few years ago before The Rock was the superstar. The Rock. Carl Urban was in that movie actually before Carl Urban had blown up.
He still had hair. The Rock.
Yeah, he still had hair. The Rock still had hair in that film. It's actually, you know what? I saw that movie like last year. It's all right. Not terrible, but it's just okay.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think there's ever been a good video game adapted movie.
No, but there's been an amazing video game adapted TV show that we definitely should probably touch on later, Gabe.
I don't know. Oh, Castlevania. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
Oh, Jess.
Have you not seen any of it, Jess?
I've seen the first 2 seasons, but I haven't seen any of season 3. I love the first 2 seasons.
Season 3, I've only seen like the first episode, but it's like a while before there's any dialogue. Like it's really kind of quiet, and you kind of see Alucard just kind of hanging out. But the first bit of dialogue in that first episode is 1000% Warren Ellis. 1000. I mean, the whole thing is Warren Ellis, but if you know Warren Ellis is writing, like from Transmet or anything else he's ever done, it is 1000% snarky British bitter old man.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man. It's amazing to me that Ellis writes every single episode of that series.
He's been working on that show for like probably like close to 20 years. I don't know about working on it, but I remember that's when he was first tapped to develop it. It was like 20 years ago. He went on the Bendis boards back in the day when Bendis had a message board, and he showed us like the first like script. Not the first script, but the first little bit of the first episode where it was those old villager guys in the bar talking about fucking pigs and stuff. God, that's such a... Yeah, 3 minutes into it, and I said fuck already.
I think it was the pigs part that got me. That reminds me, I don't know how we keep our sponsor, but here it is. Our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add another 2% to that. Every quarter, there's an Omniboslive discount code. If you order $50 or more worth of books in the United States, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
You know what we always forget to mention in that sponsorship part, Jess, that I think is pretty important and cool?
What's that?
That we give away a $50 gift card once a month to IST.
Ah.
Yes, that is.
Once a month.
Yeah.
We give away an IST gift card.
Okay, I'll try and start remembering that.
Yeah, we've been doing it for like 2 years, and I never remember. I was like, you know what? Why don't we ever mention that? It's weird.
And the quarterly IST gift, the IST code that we give out.
Yeah,
right. I did mention that in the first part.
Yeah, he always mentions that. We just never mentioned the giveaway for the gift card, which is an awesome thing that they do for us.
That is an awesome thing. You're right. I'll start working that in. I'll try to work it in today at the very end of the show.
Jess, Travis Gilmer asked, can you sell him on Animal Crossing? He was specifically asking for me, but you played Animal Crossing too, and you love it as well.
Well, how do I describe it? It's one of those games like Harvest Moon. That's what my daughter first started playing on the N64. But it's a whole village, and you interact. It's like anthropomorphic people.
Mm-hmm.
You interact, and you can upgrade your excuse me. You can upgrade your living quarters by doing various things that get you money, and then you go to the shyster named Tom Nook, who has all the somehow has a monopoly on all the things you can buy in Animal Crossing. And you buy your upgrades from him, and this is like Harvest Moon. This is not an action game or an RPG or a Doom. This is just a fun kind of farming, building sim that it's my daughter always says, girls create, boys destroy. And that's why I think Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon are more, appeal more to the female version. Hey, Gio.
Hi.
Hi, Gio.
Hi, Gio, the female game player. And then, of course, we like to destroy, so we like things like Doom and things like that. But this game, I liked playing Harvest Moon with her, but I loved playing Animal Crossing with her. The only reason I guess I liked it so much was because the benefits were so tangible.
Yep.
Things changed, and you could upgrade, and there were real upgrades to your apartment. And what other upgrades? It wasn't just upgrades to your little tree house. It was other stuff too, right?
The whole town. You basically they've made it to the point where you're like, it's kind of like The Sims, where you're the mayor of this whole town and you change the entire town however you want to see fit. And what's really cool about it is that it follows a yearly calendar. The internal clock in the game matches up with the internal clock in our world. So if you pop in the game at like midnight, it's midnight in the game. And if it's Halloween in the game, and there's like events and stuff like that, and they're constantly updating it. They're constantly putting things into it. And the game pretty much just never ends. It's a constant cycle, and you just keep building, keep adding to it. It's a time sink, but it's a fun time sink. And man, I cannot wait till Friday to get my hands on that and do it.
Now is there a special Animal Crossing Switch version?
Yes, there is, and it looks beautiful. I really wanted it. It looks really beautiful,
and it must be hard to find.
They sold out when they first announced it. I think they're back on sale now.
Oh, okay.
If you look. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Friday. Which, knowing my luck though, I'll probably end up getting it Thursday because I've got it from Best Buy, and Best Buy usually, fingers crossed, they're pretty good about getting my stuff a day early to my house.
Oh, so you've pre-ordered it, so you think it'll be delivered to your house a day early?
Yeah, because every time I order something, it's weird. Every time I order something from Best Buy, I usually get it a day in advance.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say because you were going to show up there at midnight to get it.
Oh,
and
no. I don't do that anymore, man. Those days are gone. Those days are past. I don't do that anymore.
I know they're way past it for me.
Man, those no. I've had sex, so I'm good. I'm well past that point.
Okay. I wonder if my daughter doesn't have a game console except her old Nintendo 64, but I wonder if she'd get a Switch knowing she could play Animal Crossing. She does have an awful lot of friends now, but she's also working from home now for the next 2 weeks. So I'll have to, and her birthday's coming up. So
that's a good idea.
Wonder if she'd like a Switch and Animal Crossing.
An Animal Crossing themed Switch. I think it comes with it. I'm not sure, but I think it does come with a digital copy of the game in that Animal Crossing themed Switch. That'd be a good gift for her if you're thinking about it.
And if she doesn't like it, you could just play it.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm ready for it, doesn't it? I
remember.
remember.
It sounds like you're really buying it for her. Kind of like when Homer bought Marge a bowling ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Honestly, I don't think there's been a better time to get a Switch than now. There's the library that it has, all the games that it has, all the stuff that's coming out. But Geo could probably sell you on it. It's Geo's favorite console right now, and mine as well. It's just fantastic all around.
Mm-hmm.
What? Let's see. Well, we know the Zelda games are on there. What else is great on there?
Battle Chasers.
Mario Odyssey, the 2 Zelda games,
the Mega Man collections.
The Mega Man, freaking Donkey Kong is pretty good too.
Donkey Kong? What's the concept with Donkey Kong?
Tropical Freeze, I think it's called. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. Which
is it a side scroller or is it?
Yeah. Like Returns, the Return games.
Oh,
it's that style.
Yeah. It's like the classic ones. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion is fantastic. The animation on Luigi's Mansion, it looks like you're watching like a DreamWorks film. That's how good the animation in that game is.
Really?
It looks amazing, Jess.
And is that where he's vacuuming up spooks or something?
Yeah, it's the best Ghostbusters game that's ever come out.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. Fire Emblem is amazing. Fire Emblem was my favorite game last year. I loved Fire Emblem last year.
This is how good Animal Crossing is. Crazy Jane says, it always makes me sad when my Animal Crossing neighbors move town. See? This is a good game. It sucks you right in. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are both on Switch. I haven't played those, but they look like games I might enjoy.
They're fun. They're fun games.
And what's Fire Emblem? Pigbeard says Fire Emblem, and you just said Fire Emblem. That's Pokemon. Is that an RPG?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's a tactical RPG. It's really hard to explain. I'd have to show you it, but it's kind of like playing. It's like a war. You're playing a character, and you control all these different characters in a battlefield, and you have to set them up and stuff like that. It's kind of like chess. It's amazing. I love it.
Nerd alert.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
No, I have heard of Bayonetta. I just have Shifty Shifts. I have heard of Bayonetta, and I said it sounds like a game I'd like.
Oh, yeah, that's a Jess game. I agree.
What is a Jess game?
A half-naked chick.
Jess game.
A half-naked chick? Yeah.
Oh.
She got 2 guns, and she's mowing down bad guys, and she's a badass.
It's a button smasher kind of game too, isn't it? You kind of just smash buttons to shoot stuff around. There's really no no strategy behind it. You know, there's no like hiding or sneaking around or any of that kind of stuff. And she's naked. She's just covered in hair.
I still have to play Shenmue that I got myself for Christmas. Shenmue 3.
I've never played a Shenmue game.
4 guns. You forgot the ones in her high heels. She has guns and shoes.
Yep.
I like the sound of that game. You're right. Shifty Shifts, it is a chess game.
Look up some videos. You'll probably dig it. It's fun.
Okay.
They actually put that on the Wii at one point, which is really weird.
And we still have our Wii set up. My wife and I used to play the Wii all the time. When my daughter went to college, I got us a Wii, and my wife and I would play against each other in tennis. And I got us bowling shirts, and we do the bowling game and the tennis, ping pong. The Wii was fun.
That's too damn cute.
That first year, my daughter was away from college.
That's awesome, man. They still use the Wii a lot in retirement homes. Like it's a very popular console still.
Oh yeah, it's set up in my wife's retirement home that she works at.
I use it for a lot of therapy for a lot of people that are older. It's helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
It brings them back to the old days of writing checks for the groceries.
Hey, I still see that every once in a while.
People writing checks in the grocery store?
Dude,
it's the worst.
Oh my God. When I worked at Cracker Barrel, like 3 years ago, people would still write checks, and it was the biggest pain in the ass. It would take us forever to like process it, and to like, we had this whole system of how we had to take a check, and it was a pain in the ass. Ugh.
I remember the day you get stuck behind somebody writing a check at the store, and they forget their ID, and then they have to call the bank, and it would just hold up the entire day.
I was in a grocery store, and the person forgot their wallet. They didn't have any way to pay, so they had to go out to their car and come back while we all waited. And I'm like, who the heck goes into a grocery store without their wallet? I mean, they had no way to pay.
I've done it. That sounds reasonable. That's
really?
Yeah, I forget my wallet all the time.
That's insane to me. My wallet's stuck on my body like my phone is, and my car keys.
Wow, Shifty Shift says, I can't get my mom to get a debit card. Carries a checkbook around, and it drives me nuts. Wow.
Yeah, checks. Wait a minute. Looks like we have a fifth. Gaijin Fry Guy is popping in.
All right.
Hey, Ryley.
Count as an appearance unless you're on for more than 10 minutes.
Hey, Ryley.
I'll probably be on because I think my wife and I are sick of each other during this quarantine. I'm just kidding.
It's only been 3 days.
I just finished getting the groceries. She can't leave, so I had to go out and get them. And I think she's being lenient on me because I had to fight through the crowds of people who don't understand that you drive your cart like you drive your car on the right side of the lane, and these people are trying to go on the left side and creating traffic jams.
Oh, that's the rule that nobody pays attention to.
Yeah,
the same when you walk. The same when you do anything. When you walk in the mall or you walk in, or you use the right side of the road.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're supposed to do hand signals. I'm turning. That way, the people behind you know. Oh, I should probably pump the brakes.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to stop.
Yeah,
like a biker.
Yeah, exactly. On your left. And you come around them.
On your left.
That's proper etiquette. And I don't know if you guys have yield signs in y'all's mall, but most people don't pay attention to them at mine.
Yield signs?
Yield? No.
In the parking lot?
I'm fucking with you.
They
have one right outside the Hot Topic. You're supposed to yield outside the Hot Topic to let the emo kids come out.
Were you able to find? The important question is, were you able to find toilet paper?
I asked because I haven't been paying attention to it at all, and I was in the bathroom and I'm like, oh shit, this roll's almost done. Do we even have toilet paper here? And I asked my wife, I was like, do we have toilet? And she's like, yeah, there was a sale on toilet paper like 3 weeks ago at Costco, so I got one of those giant packs back then. I was like, oh, so we have 40 rolls over here, and we weren't even trying. That'll
last you guys forever.
Yeah.
It should be a good like 5 days or so.
Oh, yeah, a little family too. It'll last you guys for a bit.
Little family of two, the amount that we poop.
Oh man. Oh, you are in Texas. There's a lot of barbecue and stuff down there.
Yeah,
Okay,
poop a lot.
Let's keep moving on.
So who's excited to see New Mutants?
Oh wait,
I want to see that movie.
That movie's cursed.
At this point, it's a joke. At this point, this whole situation is a giant. You know what? I have hope that they are delaying it. They are delaying it because they believe it's at least decent. Otherwise, they would just put it out there.
Yeah.
Disney has delayed a shit ton of movies, but I think the biggest tragedy of all this is we have to wait a year for another Fast and Furious movie, Ryley. I'm sorry.
I told my
sucks.
wife, and I was like, how am I supposed to learn about family now?
I know. It's
By
tragic.
spending time with your family in quarantine.
I've already played Sorry with my wife like 7 times.
Sorry. What a great pull.
Yeah, but they haven't delayed Black Widow yet.
No, and I'm
So
really
I'm
surprised about that.
I'm wondering if they're thinking like by this time, or by that time in May, things will have blown over, and that's why they're hesitating on pulling the trigger on that delay.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't, because I'm really looking forward to Black Widow.
Same.
theaters are only selling their theaters right now at half
50%
capacity.
occupancy.
Yeah.
Isn't Black Widow end of April? Is that when it comes out?
I think it was beginning of May. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's May.
Chad Omnidog, the New Mutants movie got pushed back because it was getting released when, the beginning of April?
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
here's
pushed it back.
This is from The Guardian. Mulan, Disney's most expensive live-action remake to date, has been officially pulled from release, which I saw this coming from a mile away. It's a film involving China. China's really not open right now. So, yeah, they're going to push this back. I actually, early buzz is that it's amazing, that it's a really fucking good movie. Due to open in the US and UK only on the 27th of March, the film, which is directed by Nick Caro, $200 million budget. Wow. They're waiting for a new date. New Mutants is in that boat as well. Fast and Furious 9. A Quiet Place 2, which was supposed to come out, I think, next week, got pushed back too, which I was fucking looking forward to. A Quiet Place 2. Especially after early word of mouth was it's better than the first. At this point, though, the New Mutants thing is a joke. I don't think we're ever going to see it.
I don't think they ever filmed it. They never filmed it. That's not a real thing.
You think it's like the moon landing?
Yeah. Yeah.
They just filmed bits and pieces of it as
And
they go.
they just took still photos. That's all it was.
But they should just release it. Like, do you guys remember the interview with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
And they just dropped it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They should just do that at this point.
That's what I said. This is going to be the end of movie theaters because they're going to start doing just straight like home releases from now on.
This whole situation is going to show people like, God damn, I hate going to the movie theaters. This is
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh wow, we could just watch it from home in my underwear, and I could just have all the popcorn and beer I want and pause it. Yeah.
There's a reason why I have about $6,000 worth of home theater equipment right now sitting in my living room. And it's because I don't like people.
Hoonverse says, I heard Mulan has no songs. How are you supposed to get down to business to defeat the Huns?
You're not.
Good question.
I hope they just like say the lines, but don't sing it.
They don't sing it.
Like, all right, we just got to get down to business to defeat the Huns. And then another part of the movie, I'll make a man out of you. And
I'll
then
walk
they don't
out.
sing
Make
it.
a man out of you.
I'll
That
walk
is
out.
my all-time favorite Disney movie, Mulan.
I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh,
It's
I've seen
good.
it 15
I've only seen it
times.
once.
55
It's good.
times. Love that movie.
Yeah, somebody they
Is there a dragon in the live action one?
what?
No, but there is a witch.
Fuck that noise.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no dragon.
If there's no Eddie
what's
Murphy dragon, then what's the point?
Well, you just said you'd never seen it.
Still, it's Eddie Murphy as a dragon.
What's interesting about what Gabe said is that actually what Disney ended up doing was they ended up putting out Star Wars early on digital. The last one that's not supposed to come out for a bit. I think it's supposed to come out Tuesday. Disney's like, yeah, fuck it, we'll put it out right now.
Yeah.
And they also put Frozen 2 out on Disney Plus right now.
I'm telling
Like,
you, movie theater is going to be just a romantic blast of the past. It's going to be more of a just direct home movie kind of release like this. I can see that happening in the next 5 years.
I don't know.
I don't think it'll happen that soon because there are people who still appreciate like
People still like the big screen and the movie.
Yeah, but
great surround sound.
There's still people in those theaters, and people don't like people anymore.
See?
What they should do.
I mean, how often do you see people like on their phones with like the screen brightness turned all the way down so they can still like just?
And I want to throw a shoe. I want to throw a shoe at every single one of those people.
You got to go to the Alamo. That's the only movie theater I go to.
I don't know about you guys, but like the AMC's over here, most of them have the special like the reclining seats and stuff. And that winds up making already the theater has capacity for about half the amount of people as a theater that has normal seats, and that makes it way better because you're not sitting there like a cramped fucking airplane cabin sitting next to someone. You have room to breathe, and you get to lean back, you get to put your legs up, and those are
you get really stoned and take a nap.
Exactly. I have not been there, but I imagine actually I'm pretty sure my wife has been there.
Here's a New Mutants question. Do y'all think I should read the Demon Bear saga before the movie comes out?
I think you should.
You got plenty of time. You got 10 years to read it.
Yeah,
you should
don't worry about it.
That Demon Bear saga is one of the best X comics, period. So you should read it regardless of whether there was a movie or not.
I agree.
Bill Sienkiewicz in that thing, man. That's Bill Sienkiewicz drawing a demonic bear. Yeah, it's worth it just for that.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Yeah. The bear looks great in the trailers.
I still haven't seen the trailer.
What trailer? That movie's not going to happen. They said that they put Lockheed in it somehow. Yeah, no.
Dude, I don't think in the next 5 years, but I think it will get to the point where with people buying more like bigger TVs and home theaters and stuff like that, I think it will get to the point where everybody's like, I'll just stay home and wait for it.
Yeah, I mean, these TVs are as good, if not better, than the resolution on these
they're good
theater screens.
They're
good.
I still like the big screen and the loud music and everything around me. Of course, I am the oldest one, so I'm the first to say that it's hard to get me to change my ways. I hate to change, but I also hate people. So for me to say I like movie theaters, I like the Alamo because one misstep and they will kick you the heck out of there. And everybody behaves themselves, and the food is marginally decent. I don't drink; they serve cocktails there. They also have really cool character glasses that are really solidly built. So I like.
And they have the best
movie-going experience.
They have the best pre-show stuff.
Oh yeah, got to get there half an hour ahead of time, and you see all these '70s commercials for Spider-Man comics and Barbie dolls and everything. It's great. Yeah, Riley's right.
I think the future of the home theater thing is the day and date digital. You could rent it at your house, or you can go watch it in a theater at the same date. And I think that'll be more of what the future holds for us, where I could go check it out in a theater if it's like a huge Marvel film and I really want to see it in like an IMAX or a really expensive theater, or I could pay $5-10, whatever I want to pay, and just rent it digitally in my apartment.
Here's how it's going to happen: they're going to charge you $20 for the movie to watch it at home, and it'll be like pay-per-view, where you just invite your entire family over to watch it.
I could see that. Yeah,
I'm down for that.
I think first we'll start seeing because we've already seen. For several years now, the wait time between theater and home release has become shorter and shorter and shorter to the point now where I feel like it's barely any time at all. So they'll keep decreasing that time to where maybe like going to the theater, you only get to see it a month and then like a couple weeks ahead. And this will be years off, I think. But eventually it will get to the point where there's like same day and date as like you have with comics going digital and physical, and so people can make that decision, but they'll probably make it less expensive to go to the theater and up that price, like Gabe was saying, $20 or whatever to rent it on your TV, but they'll up the price, and of course if you're renting it on the TV, it is a rental, so they'll do it just like Amazon Prime, where they're like you have 48 hours to watch it from the point that you start, so you can't just sit there and keep watching and watching and watching it.
And you get one watch out of it, and that'll be it.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll make the theater going experience will be something that they'll try and entice people to go there because of the different things that has. But theaters will have to start getting more and more creative with their own stuff. Like I was saying, having the theaters that have the nicer seats with recliners, and having theaters that have cocktails and food, and having, you know, less crowded theaters also, because as everyone's saying, people hate people. People hate people who are not you, basically.
I'd rather go to a drive-in for just like the fun nostalgia factor, and I could take my kids.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier than to go to like a theater. So
And it's
I think
way
people go to
cheaper, too.
theaters for like a nostalgia fun thing. Like, remember back in the day when people used to go to these big rooms and sit with each other or watch movies with a bunch of strangers?
Well, I just read the other day that Florida is opening up. They're planning to open up the country's biggest drive-in theater.
We have one outside of South Dallas that my wife and we actually went to several times. I saw The Dark Knight Rises at that one. I saw, I think, one of the Jump Streets out there. It's a lot of fun.
I'll say this: I've taken plenty of dates to drive-in theaters and never saw a movie. You get what I'm saying, guys? Yeah.
Wink.
I remember the first drive-in movie I saw was Jaws, back when Jaws first came out, and when that guy's head showed up, I jumped so hard I hit the roof of the car in my head.
Dude, they did. I think every year actually, Alamo does a float-in movie showing of Jaws where they play it on on a lake. And they
really?
Yeah, and you float on a inner tube and watch it in the lake. And my wife was like, because it's around my birthday, since it's placed around, or the movie's on 4th of July, and so they do it around 4th of July. And my wife was like, "Hey, do you want to do that for your birthey?" I think she asked me last year, and I was like, "Fuck that!"
Everybody watching the movie together, sharing each other's pee.
I know if I'm not the one pissing, someone else is.
Oh, I'm 100% peeing. I go in there just to pee and then leave.
Taylor Mitchell, that's a good question. For Avengers Endgame, I saw it in an Alamo, and Alamo is a chain that just hasn't come to your town yet. But when Black Panther shows up at the end of Endgame, not the end, but towards the middle, and all the heroes return, everybody in the theater erupted. Even I went, yes, like that, and everybody in the theater went various versions of crazy. So they do allow it, and it did add to the experience because that's arguably the most exciting part of the movie, and lots of people jumped up and stuff, and I think as long as everybody is making noise at the same time, it's different if it's like you're watching The Notebook and somebody's trying to type on their phone, I'm watching this movie, The Notebook. It's not, that's different.
It's like if you're watching a comedy movie, they're not going to get upset when everyone laughs at the jokes.
Yeah. And if even I was excited and went, then you know that it was exciting, because I pretty much don't react in movies to anything because I'm afraid of it sending a signal to somebody else that they can react and be loud. So
I hated the most recent. We saw Invisible Man the other week, and
that's a good
there
movie.
was like one person in the theater who was several rows in front of me who was doing the whole like, "Oh my God, don't look, don't do that," and I was like, "Fuck, just shut up, please."
Dude, that was me. The last So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the one that broke me. I went to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and there was a giggler in the back of my theater for the smallest fucking thing. He kept laughing. Brad Pitt would come on the scene. He'd say a line, and the guy would go, "Ha!" That was 2 hours and a half.
That guy might be the Joker, man. Watch out.
I wanted to kick him in. Everybody in the theater turned on the guy towards the end of the movie. Everybody went, "Shut the fuck up!" towards the end of the film.
And it's Robert De Niro from Cape Fear.
I had the shitty experience with John Wick 3 where like I went by myself, and so I left the seat next to me open, and someone wound up getting that seat, I guess.
No.
And it was a weekday night, and somehow it was still 100% crowded. and the guy next to me happened to be the person whose fucking phone kept going off, and he wouldn't silence it, so it was just like every few minutes. It just happened to be during the moments where there was like not a lot of action. You'd hear his phone a dee-dee-dee, and I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck are you? And he'd pull it out, and it's got the max brightness on, so I can see like he's texting someone. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to watch some guys get fucking murked here.
Oh, I'm the guy in the theater that yells at that person. I always tell him, put that shit away.
Cat Omnidog, that was an example. I've never seen The Notebook, and that's not. That was an example I was using. I have not seen The Notebook. I don't even know what it's about.
Well, maybe you should go remedy that, Jess.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Also, Bruce Johannes in the chat. Yeah, we're going to do Bendis Daredevil today. We're just talking about the one piece of news to talk about.
What's the one piece of news?
There is no news.
There is no news other than the virus. There really isn't anything to talk about.
I'm talking about New Mutants getting pushed back. And
New Mutants, yeah.
Oh.
Getting pushed back. I still want to see that movie. It wouldn't bother me if they just released it on Disney Plus. That's fine.
I think they just keep doing that from now on. I'd be 100% fine with you just putting movies out, streaming service wise. And that's coming from a parent who just really doesn't get the chance to go out much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Chat Omnidog. Our show is over. We're not doing Ultimate Spider Days anymore if you continue to mess with me. Don't mess with me in the Notebook.
I'm waiting for you to get to Ultimatum Days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me when that happens.
Yeah, that's at the very end of the series.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you should read Ultimates 3 just because.
Ultimates 3?
Yeah.
I
don't know just big things to read. Oh, but you got to read Ultimates 4 though, so you got to get 3 and 4.
Wait a minute. I've got Ultimates by Mark Miller. There's Ultimates 3 and 4?
No, there's just 3. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, I thought it went from Ultimates 3 to Ultimate Comics Avengers by Mark Miller.
Yeah, Ultimate Comics, Ultimate Avengers 3. Yeah.
Ultimates.
Yeah.
And then there's Jeff Loeb does the Ultimate Comics New Ultimates.
Yep.
Oh God. Yeah, that was the downfall of the Ultimate Universe, is when they really got confusing with the name scheming.
There was also Ultimate Comics X.
Because there's, hold on,
Ultimate Comics Ultimate Spider-Man. That was annoying.
Yeah. Ultimate Comics Ultimate New Ultimates 4 / The Return of Boogie Nights.
That's because they
the
wanted
Ultimate
to create
Comics Ultimates followed Ultimate Comics Avengers, which was what followed Ultimates 3. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, it's just all over the fucking place.
Because they wanted to create a new imprint, but it didn't work. That's why they went with Ultimate Comics, but it wasn't working.
Now, I did read some Ultimate Comics for some reason for my Hickman Fantastic Four readathon of everything Hickman Marvel.
That was the one that Ryley showed up or pointed at, the Ultimates.
Right. Okay, I thought that looked familiar.
Yeah, you're mainly reading it for Reed Richards.
Yeah, because that leads with him.
That's the maker stuff
into
Secret
Wars
or Ultimate Doom, Ultimate Doomsday. Or was it Ultimate Doom? I can't see it. I think it's Ultimate Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah. But that's later on. That has nothing to do with Ultimate Spider-Man or Ultimatum, really. Because Ultimate 3 is what caused Magneto to get upset. He turned into a little crybaby, and then that's what turned into Ultimatum.
All right.
Are you saying I need to read Ultimate 3 before I read Ultimatum?
Ultimate 3 is fun to read because of the very, very not so secret incest going on between Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
That was a thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Blob also eat the Wasp?
Yes.
That's Ultimatum. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's during the flood.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah,
we're a ways away from that. We just started Ultimate Spider-Man 1, so
Jess,
it's so good.
I have that to look forward to.
Ultimate Spider-Man is the thing that brought me back into Spider-Man after the whole weird stillbirth stolen baby between Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Where
Mm.
he like
At the
smacked
Clone Saga.
her, he smacked her into a machine or something, and then
He did what?
Wasn't that like Peter smacked Mary Jane and she flew into a machine, and then that's when they lost the baby?
No, she gave birth, but then
Oh,
the
It's like a soap
Green
opera.
Goblin, Norman Osborn stole it, but the hospital told him it was a stillborn.
Those bastards.
And
I know there was
that was too heavy
something-
for me at like 17 or whenever it was I read it, and that's when I was like, I'm done reading this. That's fucked up.
I know there was something with Peter like hitting Mary Jane at some point.
Mm.
Well, she deserved it.
Didn't Gwen Stacy hook up with Norman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
had
was,
twins.
JMS, and now that's in an omnibus.
Yeah, that's in the is it Jameis 2, right?
I think it's at the beginning of the second one,
Now, is
or
that
the end of
canon?
the first one.
Is that canon, or is that like one of those things where like the Sentry took Rogue's virginity?
No, that was wait.
What is canon anymore?
Well, true. But that was that was the Sentry's funeral when they came out. That Sentry banged out Rogue.
Mm-hmm. Sentry Fallen Sun. Yeah.
God, that was a terrible comic.
Oh, it was horrible. It's terrible.
That's one of the worst ones that I can remember reading in a while.
What is this? Since past?
No, at the end of Siege, there's the Fallen Sun for Sentry. It's Sentry's funeral.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And there's just this part where Rogue starts breaking down, and you're like, "Why does Rogue care? Why is Rogue breaking down?" And they find out that like they knocked boots, they bumped uglies, they did a horizontal mambo.
okay.
Mm.
Uh-huh. I haven't read that.
Well, there's that, and then also in that comic, Thor visits some old lady and dances with her for no reason.
Yeah.
Was it Iron Man? Was it Tony Stark up there giving like this beautiful eulogy to Sentry? Like this guy was a terrible person.
Yep. That's right.
Like he was just like this criminal scum, not a criminal scumbag, but I mean he was like a petty thief robber who ends up getting possessed by this evil creature, and yeah, it's the weirdest thing I ever read.
I'm not following this at all.
Yeah, then welcome to my world, and I read that book.
and like what they tried to do with the Sentry in the first place was create a character that they could like retcon into existence and be like, oh, he's been here the whole time.
Oh god,
And
I hated that for
remember when Mark Waid tried to do the same thing in his Avengers run recently, and it just didn't. It just fell flat on its face.
What character was that? Or
It was started with like a V or something, and she had like blue skin, and she wound up being related. I think the daughter of the collector or the grandmaster or something.
Yeah,
like
that was during No Surrender.
Yeah, and he basically tried to do the same thing, and because there was a while the issues of Avengers were coming out, there was also like number 1.1 or whatever, and it was like set in the past, and it was showing like she was part of everything, and I was like, is he trying to do another fucking Sentry?
I
Wait,
don't know. I remember the
You wrote
Sentry.
the Avengers recently?
What?
Mark, is this a Mark Waid book?
You read it, Jess.
Yeah, you own it.
We all read it because we got copies to read
Okay.
for the show.
That's what I thought. Okay, because it was sounding familiar.
Yeah, it was the No Surrender storyline.
No
Well, I
Surrender.
mean, actually, you might have not read that part of it because the previous issues of Avengers that Waid wrote without the rest of the crew were not in oversized hardcover. We just got the event itself.
That was a good
Oh,
event
okay.
though. Either way, that was the return of Hulk as Immortal Hulk, and it was good stuff. It was just
Yeah.
they try to shoehorn to say this person's always been here. And
I hate it when they do.
I guess they couldn't get Stan Lee to try and fall into the scam like they did with Sentry.
I hate it when they do that.
That first appearance of Sentry though, that's a pretty pricey book right now. I think it's like $60 I sell it for.
What issue was his first? Was it just Sentry #1?
Sentry #1, yeah, that Paul Jenkins, Jay Lee.
I like that book. Am I in the minority?
No, it's good. It's good stuff. It's just it's the fallen sun that you want to read and then try to forget, but you can't.
How about if I don't read that?
No, you need to read it. It's very important to your Ultimate Spider-Man readathon.
Oh.
When
Are you
Ultimate
sure?
Spider-Man crosses in with Siege.
No, but Siege is great though. I was talking about it earlier. That's one of my favorite Marvel events.
It's just because I think Siege is good because it's not trying to be anything that it's not, and it's only 4 issues, so it doesn't have a lot of time to really spin its own wheels like a lot of events do. It's just boom, action, boom, we're done, boom, next.
It's actually one of the ones because that's back when they were doing like back to back like events. I mean, that's when they first started doing back to back events. But that was the one that actually stuck the landing. That it really had a good follow through ending with some consequences and stuff too. Not like other events that were going on at the time, like Secret War and stuff like that.
Well, everything else was just like, and it's done, and next, and next, and because like even like Secret Invasion, it was like, and we're done, and now this happens, and Dark Reign, and you're like, oh, okay. Like you don't ever get that finality. You just keep having to read. And Siege was something where like you felt like, okay, we finally ended the storyline that we've been reading since basically House of M or earlier, Avengers Assembled, I guess. And then there's still stuff that can be said afterwards, but it's like a footnote. Like it's like something that's not exactly required at this point because we know the ending of that years-long event line.
Normally I don't say anything with people in the chat to disagree with them because everybody's entitled to their opinion, and in your world your opinion is right, but I'm going to have to disagree with this. That retcon, Deadly Genesis, I apologize, Ms. Cameron, peace and love, but you are wrong. It did not work. It was awful. It was worked in there with a crowbar, and then you got smashed in the head with the crowbar.
You just don't like Darkhawk.
So let's see.
Are we talking Daredevil?
Or we can do Shelfies. Which do you want to do first?
Oh, it's up to you guys.
Y'all do Shelfies because I didn't read Daredevil for this. I haven't read that in years.
Oh, but you memorized everything. You know it.
Yeah.
But we should do Daredevil this show because we skipped last week. And
Yeah, do Daredevil this show, but I'm just saying in case I leave, I'd like to do Shelfies.
Okay.
I'm
do you have any
surprisingly
Shelfies lined up, Gabe?
Yeah, I downloaded it. Well, okay, so real quick with the Shelfies, I got like close to 50 emails.
That's awesome.
50 emails. So we're gonna have to. We can't do all that in one show like we originally thought would be a cool idea to do, because that show would probably run 3 days long. So what we're going to end up doing is just kind of showcase a handful at a time. So
make it an ongoing segment.
Yeah, an ongoing segment. Let's make it an ongoing segment so we can get everybody in.
Shelfie Sundays.
Shelfie Sundays. Ultimate Shelfie Days.
Let me see how this is going to work. I didn't even prepare to see how this would work.
Ryan Blue Thunder, don't worry. We're going to be doing Shelfies for a while. You have plenty of time to send in your Shelfies. And Puff Puff Comics says he sent his in like 4 times accidentally.
Yeah, it was really only one email. We only got one email from people, but it was all just Puff Puff, just 50 different times.
You really wanted to get it in there.
Yeah. Let me see how this is how I can get this on the screen the right way and stuff.
I still haven't played. I'm still thinking about Animal Crossing. I haven't played Shenmue 3, and
You're totally gonna get a Switch for this.
You're totally getting it. Yep.
I really feel like I just loved that game, and I can see taking my Xbox out of the rotation and putting in a Switch upstairs.
Yes, please do that.
And then you can take the thing around with you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got the pool, and you can just play it wherever you want.
Yep.
You can play while we do OmniBros. It's okay.
And I can my Switch back. I'll give you $100 for it.
I'm good, man.
I'll tempt you on Switch games.
Okay.
You'll spend way too much money.
Yeah.
You love your Switch, huh?
I haven't played much of mine in a little while. I bought a bunch of games, and then I was like, fuck, I've got to catch up on some reading.
Let's see. They want Bruce Johannes wants the email, and I think I have the technology.
We can rebuild them.
We can make them stronger.
Let's see. Banners. Here it is. Here's our email.
Ooh, so big.
I know.
Oh,
It's a very imposing email. Omnibroslive@gmail.com.
It's like it's yelling it at you. There's our email. For those of you who want to send in pictures of your shelfies, and we don't care if it's a tiny collection, large collection, disorganized mess, whatever your collection looks like, just send it in. We're not going to rip on it. We're going to highlight it and say this is this dude or gal's collection, and be proud of it, because everybody's collection is cool. Everybody's collection started with 1 or 2 or 10 books in some people's cases. So
I'm sorry. I still can't figure out how to make this show up on the screen the right way. It's
that's
just
okay.
weird. I don't know how you did it with the slideshow earlier, Jess.
Oh, this is funny. I just received my physical copy of Shenmue 3. I had a few too many bourbons one night and paid to get my name in the credits. Was that a Kickstarter?
Yeah, it was Kickstarter. If you put in a certain amount, you get your name in the credit.
Oh, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I
Can you
totally
imagine?
started that.
Yeah.
Mitch, no, you're not talking into the void. We just didn't understand your question. Hey, Mitch.
Hi, Mitch. Hope everything's well.
Mitch. PS viewer, yes, you can still send in shelfies. I have a feeling we're going to be doing it for the rest of the year.
Easily.
Yeah, easily.
Send them into Omar, but he only responds if you send in 100 emails at once.
And you got to tag them on all your Facebook posts asking when they're going to reprint or new books.
Yeah, when
You have
King
to
Spot is coming out.
He
tell
loves
him,
that.
happy birthday. Hope they reprint this for me.
That was the best, like, what have you done for me lately post that I've seen.
Yeah.
In the Facebook group. That was great. Hey,
I
Omar,
wanted
happy
to, like-
birthday. Tell David Gabriel to print the books I want printed.
Yeah. That was so passive aggressive. It wasn't just happy birthday. It's happy birthday. And could you, by the way,
Can you pass this along for me?
Talk about a monkey paw. That is his monkey's paw, man.
yeah, it is. Vegemite is delicious. I love Vegemite.
Never had it.
Never had it.
I imagine Vegemite's probably hard to come by in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Just make sure if you're eating a toast with Vegemite, you use butter as well.
Yeah, butter has to go on first, then Vegemite.
Oh, good to know.
Really?
Otherwise, it's gonna be way too salty.
Yeah,
Is this salty?
Yeah,
very.
That's interesting.
it's
Interesting.
basically the leftover beer sludge from the process of making beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, and then they say, oh, let's put this on toast and eat it?
It's Australia.
All right. Whatever makes them happy.
You guys should do a classic movie show on the channel or Jess's channel. Well, I do have a horror movie show that's on hiatus until my co-host stops working so much. What? Wait a second. We've got all 6 of us on.
I had to do it. I saw all 5 of you on really quick before I was going out there to the madness of the grocery store. So told my wife to wait a few.
Well, happy late birthday, and can you tell
Happy-
David to get us a reprint of Captain Britain?
Just like that. Just
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
happy birthday,
X-Men
Flash.
Live coming out.
This is what I want. Okay, yeah. I'll see what I can do.
I wanted to. I was trying to say something like to you about happy birthday. I hope they reprint your 30s or something like that. But then
Nice.
I was like, well, maybe he didn't like his 30s so much. So I don't know if I want to say that. because everyone else is just making demands, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nobody's saying just happy birthday. It's happy birthday, and can you please tell David?
It's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Did David wish you happy birthday?
He did. That was really
Nice.
nice, man. He accidentally he was FaceTiming me, and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool." And then he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. It was I accidentally hit the wrong button." And I was like, "Oh man, I was expecting a happy birthday. Here's New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2. I'm holding it in my." No, but I had a lot of fun. We had to cancel my party. So I had just a small gathering with like my family and stuff. Just because, like, you know, everybody's worried. Like, nobody wants to be around groups more than like 5 or 10. So it's pretty crazy out there, man. Pretty crazy out there. How is it for you guys? How's like your areas? I saw Gabe sending some pictures of like his grocery store and stuff. Like, we are completely out of meat. We had one bag of chicken. It was frozen. I don't even know if it's chicken, like real chicken.
It's probably good.
You know what? I'm okay. I'm from Peru. I grew up eating treat, which is a poor man's spam, which shouldn't even be edible to begin with. So that's okay.
My only complaint with the whole thing is that they have a certain group of people that are supposed to be worried about it, and that's people 60 and up. That sucks. That's ridiculous. Yeah. 60 and up is young. That does not need to be included in everything. It should be like 80 and up, not 60 and up. That is a ridiculous age group to focus on.
Just
what a stereotype.
What's funny is that you said 80 and up, and what's that quote? Like, old is always 20 years older than me, right? Like, no matter how old you get, it's always 20.
Yeah.
And you're 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, to me, I'm like 60. Absolutely. Quarantine those old fuckers. When I get to 60, I'm like, 60 ain't old? That's some bullshit.
Isn't I went to Walmart this morning, and you would swear it's the end of days with the way that people are acting, man. You would swear the trumpet has sounded, the dragon has risen. You would swear it's happened with how people are acting, cleaning out shelves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Freaking so stupid.
It's the nerdiest apocalypse.
I tell you what, though, for toy collectors, this is heaven. Everybody's in the freaking toilet paper aisle. I went to get I found Wheeljack, the Siege on my birthday. I'm like, I'll tell my wife. She's like, you were supposed to get paper towels, and I'm like, oh yeah, but shit, I got Wheeljack, and I didn't have to like fight off a bunch of dudes. It was awesome. They're all worried about their toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
I'm hoping that gives me an opening to get the Red Hulk at Target.
Dude, I was trying. I was trying that. I
need that Red Hulk.
All right, I think I figured this out. Sorry for the delay.
No worries.
Where were you guys talking about? I didn't mean to interrupt. I just saw all 6 or all 5 of you, and so I was like, oh, I got to go join for a minute.
We were just kind of killing time as I tried to figure out how to do a slideshow for the Shelfies.
Oh, cool. You guys haven't done that yet?
No, we're going to start that to probably the next couple of seconds.
I made it just in time then.
Mitchell O'Brien, poor guy. Can you highlight him real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I work in a grocery store. I swear people think we are hoarding the toilet paper in the back for home purposes.
Ooh. It's like GameStop, man. Right? You got the limited editions back there.
So that's actually true.
Yeah, I know.
I got in trouble for hoarding something at GameStop.
How did you get caught?
The system, like, I think it was because it'll tell you when something's in stock. Like, it'll tell people.
It
like,
ratted you out?
Yeah, the system ratted me out. And he was like, well, where is this thing? And I was like, oh, it's on hold. And it had been on hold for a while. And they questioned it. And I was like, it's on hold for me. And they're like, well, you have to buy it now or, you know, forever hold your peace. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'll buy it.
It's on hold indefinitely.
Ryley stories.
Yeah.
I did it was Walden Software for a summer one year. and it was one of the best jobs I had. Up there, like working at a comic book store. It was a lot of fun. And I remember like working with some shady dudes that were like, look, man, we give people a week to pick up their games. If they don't come and pick them up, their down payment eventually rolls over to this account. And then after that, after a month, nobody says anything. We just split it 4-way. And I was like, what? This is amazing.
Can you legally do that?
This was the mid-90s, man. This is before computer systems and reminders on text. Hey, dumbass, go pick up your game. I mean, so anything was possible.
You just had to hold on to that receipt and hope you remembered, and the receipt didn't fade enough.
Oh man, yeah, Walden Software, or and EB Games and Funko Land were our competitors back then. That was before GameStop came in and bought everybody out.
Yeah, I remember that Funko Land. Yeah,
they I think no, they became something else. But I mean, for the longest time, that was the only place that still had like Nintendo cartridges and stuff.
Yeah. Just to say what, this is the right group to ask this question. Any good site to buy manga besides IST? Gio,
Yes.
go. Ryley, go. Gabe, go. Lou, go. Everybody, go. Omar,
Except
go.
for Jess.
Except for Jess.
I think the best alternative answer is going to be Right Stuff Anime.
Yeah.
They have prices that rival, if not sometimes are a little bit lower than IST. They don't charge tax on stuff, free shipping after $50. They have pretty good customer service. Every time you email them, they say, have an amazing day. And they have boxes that say Right Stuff Anime on them. So every time my wife sees one, she sings the Academy jingle and she says, right stuff, the right price. It's anime. So
I remember when I used to call their phone number, they used to have some of the voice actors do their.
They still do.
They still do. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. And they used to give out coupons. Like
they, oh my god, yeah, they made
those coupons come in handy, right?
They have insane sales. This past winter, I was joking with the guys that I like gave myself a bad credit score spending money with Right Stuff. Like they had so many. It was literally like not just weekly sales, but daily deals. Like every day they'd be like, here's 2 more things that are extremely discounted.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my god, I need that. So I bought so much stuff over the holidays, so many manga and so many anime. I'm still like trying to catch up with the stuff that I bought. But it's also another cool thing with them is they have a membership program that you can get a little extra percentage off.
Yeah.
And you can do pre-orders. So if you are someone that wants to do pre-orders, I'll usually buy a month out. If I buy with Right Stuff, I'll buy everything for the whole month. And then they'll ship it to you usually, in 2 or 3 different shipments as stuff comes in. They get also another thing that, and I love IST to death above anyone else, but there are publishers that they do not get a lot of stuff from. So they do have at Right Stuff Anime, they have material from publishers like Vertical and 7 Seas and Denpa that they really don't carry much of at IST. So it's a good place to get that stuff. Or I'm just putting it out there. If you're into hentai, they have hentai on there too.
Word.
Yep.
And they get the books earlier too.
They do.
They get it before the Diamond release dates.
Yeah, they get them sometimes like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah. So I think that's always been pretty cool about them. Back in the day, they used to send us mail catalogs like twice a year.
I had those.
Back there in the back, all these awesome coupons for VHS, and dude, I was like, I'm saving 20% off of these two $34.99 like VHS that subtitles, right? And I think back then it was $75 and up was free shipping. So I was like, fuck. That means I have to get a third title of like $34.99 to get the free shipping. And I just remember that I paid $34.99 for 2 episodes and subtitles.
Yep.
And that was a lot of money back then. And now everything is free online because of Crunchyroll and stuff.
I remember having, and this isn't a Right Stuff story, but I had VHSs of Dragon Ball Z because the VHSs were coming out faster than Cartoon Network was putting it up. And I had one of the tapes from like the either the World Tournament or like the Majin Buu stuff. And I lent it to someone because he wanted to watch it, and someone like took the VHS and like threw it at a wall to like because they were mad at that guy that borrowed it, and it shattered. And he brought it back to me, and he wrote all over the cover of the tape that it comes in. He wrote like, "I'm sorry, this was so and so. They broke it." And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck? Like that's a $30 tape that you just destroyed."
Right.
Yeah, I remember. In order to get those tapes, you would have to kind of go to the shady guy at the flea market or at that mall that nobody really goes to, at least in my area, and they would sell you one of those tapes, and it would only have like 2 or 3 episodes, and God forbid it was it didn't have the subtitles in it, and you paid like $30-$40 for the tape.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
I think. Let's see how this works.
Can we do it with 6 people on? Let's see.
I don't have to stay on. You guys can do your thing. I was just
I want to hear your opinion on people's stuff.
No, I think we can do it.
You can do it. Whoa.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite part.
It's like Hollywood Squares.
Let's see how this works. Can you guys see all this?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So this is. We'll just go through how it is on here. This is from the chat. This is the collectors.
Oh wow.
Let's see how
He said. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just a lot of pictures here. How do I make this look up? All right, so these are not the biggest photos he sent. It looks like
You're gonna have to be able to zoom into it.
You can size them up.
Can you zoom in with the trackpad? Pinch and zoom.
Thank you, Justin. And thank
Thank
you.
you, Justin.
Yeah, 6 of us. Yeah. It was nice to come in.
Thank you for
Thank
this.
you.
I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so I figured I'd come and say hi today. What are you using to open it? Just the Apple
it's called Photos.
Photos? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to maximize like the photo, like the size? Where's your magnifying glass? Where's Clippy? Where's Mr. Clippy? Damn it!
Clippy. Wow.
There should be a way to zoom into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I would think there would be.
Well, I can see Berserk, and that's all that matters.
This is a man of good taste.
Hey.
Except number 4 is sealed because he doesn't want to buy number 5 or volume 13 immediately after reading
Once you get
number
into
4.
that, you're not going to be
He's a smart guy. Okay. Actually, that looks good.
I like this.
See if you can hit. Well, shit. What is it on Apple? Is it Command 11 or F11?
He has no F button.
Yeah, I know better than to talk to you about that.
Where's the any button?
I don't have an F key.
Which key is the any key?
Give me a second.
That was back when we were using Google Hangouts too.
Yeah.
Universe says double click on the picture, then scroll.
Okay, so I double click on it,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't do anything. All right, we're gonna work out the kinks on this.
Live demo, folks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bear with us.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Well, look at this collection; it's pretty dope.
What about the?
This would be like one at a time or something.
What about the
Oh, I like that
slideshow?
little sideshow that's going right up above.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
Oh
the
yeah,
whole-
let's watch that. It's cool.
Gio, you're the AV guy. What's happening here? What's happening, man?
Save us, Gio.
Actually, this is good here. We can see everything when you get up close to the. Yeah, like right here, we can see everything. There's Berserk. There's the boys. East of West. Black Hammer.
Harrow County. He does have good taste. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. I mean, you can see it from the first photo here. This actually worked like I wanted.
I
to.
see irredeemable. All 5 irredeemable. Be killed.
Well, look here. He's got the boys. He's got the first 4 volumes of the boys.
Chat Omnidog, it looks like the memorial video for the collector.
The slideshow did.
I hope that when I die, that's what my memorial video is.
Just a series of comics. and
Yeah.
manga.
We're gonna put Gabe in a CGC case. That's how he's gonna go down.
Like it's frozen in carbonite.
I'm trying to think of where I'd rather go in a big long comic book box or a K-Lax or
Chop
Billy.
you
I
up
don't know.
and put you in a series of short boxes.
There you go.
Now, was there?
Jazz, I'm gonna bury your ashes with I'm gonna burn my copy of The Death of Pharaoh Lad and mix them in with your ashes.
I'm being buried with my copy of Pharaoh Lad. Was there a spinner rack that he
There
had?
you go.
Oh,
Hey, okay.
All right, we got it.
All right, we got
yes.
one.
Next picture.
Hit that hide button on the share screen. You can make that go away.
Huge Star Wars fan. That looks cool.
Man, this thing is working out perfectly. This is a great idea.
It's a good thing we always prep for before our videos.
You got it.
But
But it's weird that you can't zoom in.
We should maybe let Gio do it because he does it pretty well with the manga show.
That's using previews and thumbnails, right?
Yeah. Did you download all those pictures?
Yeah, they're on my drive.
Right. You can open one on the previews app, and then you take all the other photos. We're gonna do it live. Don't worry about it. I'll help
Okay,
you.
we're doing it live.
Yeah. All right. So you open one picture.
I want to say thank you to the 103 people that are sitting here watching us do tech support right
You want
now.
to do it just one at a time like this then?
Yeah. You open one. There you go. And then you're gonna hit the little icon below the red dot where you close the window.
Uh-huh.
You click on it, and it says thumbnails. Hit that. All right. Then you drag all the other photos into that area right there below that picture that just popped up.
Okay.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, this is a different collection. This isn't Doug Collector. This is Charlie B, I think.
Whoa! Somebody's got a ladder.
Yeah, this guy's hardcore with the sliding ladder like a.
Holy
like,
crap.
Oh, I am jealous. That is awesome.
That's nice.
It's so cool. Forget the collector. Let's look at Charlie's.
All right.
Wow, what an ass.
You should just drag him over, Gio?
Drag them. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. And then how do we make it look larger? Should I just
All right,
expand that?
yeah, there you go.
Give him
And
a
you
couple
can-
of shots of tequila. That's how you make it look larger.
All right, Gio with the assist, man. Thank you. So this is Charlie V, who sent these in. So this is what makes everybody else feel inadequate. Is this kind of a collection, like the custom shelves? He's even got like a nice little reading chair. He's got a window. Like he's
That's
got
awesome.
a slanted ceiling. I forgot what that's called. Vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Here's coming from the other side. You see the Akira box set there, so you know he's got a taste.
I love those they look like steps shelves there at the end. That's awesome, man. Whoa.
That's pretty.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah, this is
Wow, I love that.
set up, dude. Wow.
This
I
looks
love
like
that,
a
My ass,
bookstore.
if I had a ladder like that, I'd be trying to put something up and fall and bust head.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's be honest. All of us here would try the Beauty and the Beast scene where we just roll it across the room. We probably all end up crashing into something.
I've caught Omnis and no, that's Little Mermaid. Sorry, I was about to sing.
Death by Omni.
Trade paperbacks galore.
Wait. Can you go back to that one shot of the table? I just want to see. Is that his? I wonder if that's his reading pile or if that's his like recent
Latest
vibe
haul
pile.
or something. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. I love this. This is
You know
awesome.
what this looks like when
This
you
is
see
clean.
creators show their offices and their offices are filled with books. This is what that looks like. This is like someone's a writer's office.
Yeah.
He's got man.
Did you have to start with this guy? Like, couldn't we have started with like a guy that has like maybe 3 books, like with his own shelf he made himself?
Yeah, we just blew our entire watch showing this one off. Yeah.
And you could even see how nicely those epics line up together.
Yeah, that's the way they're supposed to look.
Well, I like the way he has it kind of set up. Like he has omnibuses in one area in one section. He's got the epics in one selection. All the trade paperbacks lined up in one section. This is all DC trades. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Vertigo is at the top there because I can see Hellblazer and Lucifer, and then DC stuff on the lower half there. And there's like the Batman.
We'll get back to your collection once we figure out the technology.
Yeah. Sorry, Carl. Really, here's your collection. Oh wait, here's a completely different guy's collection.
Are you all looking for Wells? I'm looking for Wells.
Oh, he's got the Cable Deadpool up there.
Yeah, he's
This
got
is
the
a man.
Alita
This is a man of good taste.
He's got the Alita box set down there.
Good. Everybody should.
He's got
And those are the
books.
are those the Batman books at the bottom? I can't really tell that are done by creators like Tales of the
Yeah.
Batman
Oh
by
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Good.
You can size that up a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, you can zoom in.
I've been zooming myself.
I think you can in previews there's a way to enlarge it a little bit.
Yeah, there's a magnifying glass.
But it doesn't pull up when I. Oh, here we go.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to zoom in on?
Oh,
Yeah.
bitch.
It's like it's a 1-900 number.
Look at that sexy shelf.
Northlanders. Those are trades. Yeah, they are. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think they ever did hardcovers of those.
What's next to Alita? What are those books?
Looks like Batman. Looks like more manga. Maybe Vinland Saga.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't know.
Where is
What do you think?
Alita on this?
Alita's down here.
On
Down
the
there?
desk.
Oh, okay.
What do you think,
Photo.
Gio? What's your
And
guess?
It looks like Vinland Saga.
It
Don't
very
take-
well could be.
Oh, he's got Bitter Root. He is a man of good taste. It's a good
Yeah,
book.
Bitterroot is underappreciated.
Absolutely.
Just got that. I haven't read it yet.
And he's got Starman Omnibus. I just noticed those.
Is that the Frank Miller Dark Knight Return? Like,
Oh, the leather bound edition?
yeah.
I think so. I can't tell. But it looks like that.
We're just blowing our wad on the first person now. Like, shouldn't we try someone else's goods?
For the collector, he was like, God damn it. I had like 5.
He sent 40 pictures, and we're still on this one guy's like third photo that he sent. He also got pretty good taste. He's got that Fantastic Four Heroes Reborn.
Dude, how did you spot that?
Where is that?
I think I have it. Do you see it highlighted?
Yeah. The one in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
I don't see it.
He's got X-Men by Jim Lee 1 and 2. Looks like Mutant Massacre and New X-Men, Classic X-Men. Maybe X-Men Revolutions down there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think of what the one with the white spine was, but all right, cool. I love this. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So he's got that one, and then there's that one on the left. Dark
X-Men
Phoenix.
Classic.
That's Dark. Dude, he has Dark Phoenix and Uncanny. This dude ain't playing around. He's got Uncanny Volume 2 and Dark Phoenix. Or maybe nobody's broken it to him that
It's the same thing.
the same. maybe
all
he's
good.
like Jess. He just leaves his book sealed on the wall. I
Well,
want to
yeah,
make this person.
He's got the Silver Age, those 2 really hard to find X-Men Silver Age omnibuses there. He's got the 3 Claremont.
Wow.
Hey, Omar, happy birthday. Can you tell David to reprint those 2 Silver Age?
You don't have those?
I only have one of them. I only have the second one.
Oh, dude, you're a fake X-Man fan. Fake fan.
Shit.
God, what? All that manga you could be selling and flipping to get that book. You don't deserve that.
Damn it.
If you really wanted it, you'd earn it.
And 4 pictures?
No, this is the same ones.
Oh, look
I
at that. That's
noticed
so
we're
cool.
just-
That is a
we're,
thing of beauty. Wow,
He's got-
look at
yeah.
that.
I like how he has the light set up back there.
Gabe, who's this?
This is
Charlie V.
Charlie V.
You know, our collections really say a lot about ourselves too, and how we deal with life. This guy seems organized and well put together. Give me somebody with just shit laying everywhere.
Oh, there's one guy that sent us his collection, and it's just like I think he's in the process of moving, but it's all over the.
Oh, that's what I want to see. I want to see a litter box on top of Omnis, like newspaper clippings everywhere. Like that's my kind of collection. Somebody that lives a radic lifestyle like that.
Give me the long box guy in the garage. That's what I want.
There's a comic shop back in Houston that's kind of like that. It's all dusty and like you go in there, it smells like old comics.
Oh yeah.
Stuff, but it's like you can't find anything. You can't find anything because everything's underneath things. And if you go digging, you might find something cool, but like they have to let you basically.
Let you go.
It's been like because there's like a back area where I guess like they move all their stuff that hasn't moved in a while, which everyone knows that means where some old whales are going to be.
Everyone knows this. Yes, you're right.
Everyone that's watching us should know that.
Oh, absolutely. That's where the whales are all hidden.
All the whales are back there. But like I don't know. It's been years because I haven't visited since I moved from Houston, so that's 6+ years, so I don't know what they've done since then. But my brother-in-law was out that way, and I recommended him to go out there, and he's like, "Oh man, these shops are just like,
Who's spinner? Now is that a spinner rack? Is that the collectors?
Yeah, this is the collectors. I'm trying to get the rest of his stuff in here.
Super chat.
Thank you, Mac Haven.
Mac Haven, thank you.
Good afternoon to you, Mac Haven.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
good morrow."
Collector, we're right back to you now. There's your spinner rack, which I like a lot. Oh, good.
There we go.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's good. You can zoom in on it.
Never let Gabe in charge of Pornhub.
Oh, I just played the same 15-second clip over and over again.
Is that World War Hulk back in the back?
Yeah, that statue back there is great. I like his. Is that a Mike Tyson picture back here?
Yeah.
It looks like it. I'm trying to look at the bottom. The comic book box is what's on there. Incoming. Do you all change out the stuff that you keep in your spinner rack?
I do every so often. It's been a while, but I try to.
There's only one book that stays permanently.
The Death of Pharaoh Lad.
Yeah. Well, Pharaoh Lad's Ghost Returns. That's the one I really like. The cover of it.
They
Purple.
completely ripped off the Transformers Ghost of Starscream to get that story.
I can't wait for Tom King to write Pharaoh Lad and bring him back
Great.
and make him a heroin addict.
I can't wait for. I was gonna say I can't wait for Daniel Way to write Pharaoh Lad, so Jess understands where I'm coming from.
I like how he has his Star Wars toys lined up on these shelves on the side here.
Ooh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good eye.
He's got some hot toys. Let's see if we get some shots. Oh, look at his diorama right here. He has.
Diorama.
Oh, I remember Jess was working on that.
Oh yeah, I have that.
It was his dollhouse. I was making fun of him.
Dollhouse.
I went to visit him. I'm like, "Are you making a dollhouse?"
Point fingers, Mr. BotCon.
Look at I like I'm sure if I highlight this you see it, but he's recreated a Hulk 181 cover with this.
Oh yeah,
right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right next to the Hulk books. That's cool.
Yeah, that diorama is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Stan Lee. I was trying to think of who the guy in the astronaut suit is. It's Stan Lee from Fantastic. Oh, not Fantastic Four. Was it Guardians 2? Right.
That's a hot toy. That's a exclusive hot toy.
Where is that?
Right in the middle.
Yellow.
Oh, I see it.
Right there.
Okay.
You know what else I see? I see some of that PVA glue. Someone's been fixing some omnibuses.
Ooh.
I'm gonna bet Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's right that Miles Morales one. Yeah.
I still need to do that.
Just buy it again, Jess. The reprint's coming.
So
Okay.
here's a better shot of that Star Wars collection and some hot toys. The Star Wars hot toys there.
Those aren't cheap, man. That's
No.
awesome.
Can you zoom in on that at all? So we can talk these a little better? Yeah, there we go.
There might be better pictures because he sent a lot of photos of his shelves and stuff. So I think we'll see better ones.
Now,
Enhance.
What is that shelf with the red boxes? Are those Star Wars toys?
Yeah, those are the Star Wars figures.
Hasbro.
Man, dude,
Is that the Black Series? Is that what those ones are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we got some shots
there
of
you
the
go.
shelves.
There's Berserk, Sin City.
Oh yeah.
Iron.
Did we see Berserk in that other guy's photos?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that guy's collection sucks, then. I take back every good thing I said about that collection. I judge a man by the type of books he has. Not
There's a
how
close up
many.
of the Berserk.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, he's
Oh,
got-
and 4 kids walk into a bar. Bank. Not a
Bad
bar.
Weekend. 4 kids walking to a bar. That sounds like our night out. Sounds like my teenage years. Oh, he's got that Baltimore omnibus too. That was back when that thing first came out.
yeah.
Oh, also I see like he's brought these foam like inserts back here.
Ooh.
Yeah,
cool.
I noticed that.
Oh, to keep the books up.
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Black Hammer. He's got room there for
For the next library.
coming out.
You know that Criminal Deluxe.
Oh yeah, that's everyone's asking for that book. Hey, ask David Gabriel to reprint Criminal.
Wait, I think they are, aren't they? Image?
They are.
Aren't they going to do a
Yeah,
hardcover edition?
Yeah.
They said they were going to do a third one and they'd reprint the previous stuff too.
There we go. Ask David. I'm sure he hears that a lot.
I mean, it was Marvel.
Yep. It was Icon, right? For the
Yeah.
Icon line.
And then what? Oh, that's the paperback of the Fade Out. Okay.
Harold County's got some Hot Wheels.
Incognito. Nice.
Incognito, yeah. Hot Lunch Special. Oh, here you go,
Yeah.
Gio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Invincible.
It's all
There's the-
12 of the Invincibles.
There's
With
that
that one
pink
pink
Invincible
one.
that always
Yeah.
stands out.
Pink.
Somebody bought a used copy, and they showed it off in the group. Did y'all see that? Somebody had put a sticker on top of the pink, and it was the yellow Invincible logo.
That's when your OCD is really over controlling yourself.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick has a comic? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, that just came out.
There's your Matrix books.
Hell yeah. There's
Lazarus.
the, my favorite things are monsters.
Nice. Great book.
I thought we were gonna get a book 2 last year. Never come out, I guess.
I think it was coming out this year.
It's delayed.
Yeah,
due
I
to
think it's this year.
coronavirus.
I'm surprised just
Oh,
didn't
here's
mention
some-
Irredeemable.
Here's some heavy hitters on this shelf here. He's got the
Yeah.
Saga. He's got Scene of the Crime, Sin City,
Big
Velvet,
Damn Sin City Saga.
I need to pick up Southern Bastards. I still haven't picked that up.
Tokyo
You never,
Ghost.
you never read Southern Bastards?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Oh, it's so
Is
good.
it over? Did he complete it? I thought-
No,
or is it still
it's-
going?
It's on
It's on
hiatus,
a
I
hiatus.
think.
Yeah, it ended. It ended where he could have ended it, and it would be fine. But it's on hiatus.
Okay.
Do you read Southern Bastards, though? I think the entire series does like a 180 after like the third issue or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read those. I need to pick those up then. I see he's got the Savage Shores, though. So he
Yeah.
is a man of good taste.
He's got some of those graphic short boxes, those comic book short boxes.
Dude,
that the
have you
characters on.
seen the Optimus Prime one, Gabe?
No.
It's
No,
a
I
small
haven't seen it.
short box with a long box. So the trailer is the long box and the short box is the cab.
Oh,
It
that
is
sounds amazing.
Freaking amazing.
Oh.
That sounds
It's-
fantastic.
This is one of the biggest sellers in the store are these graphic short boxes. Like we can't keep them in stock. They're $13 where normal like the white short boxes are like $5. People paid almost 3 times as much to get these ones with the graphics on it, and they're a little thinner. They're not like double walled or anything like that, so they're a little different quality. But yeah,
Well,
they're super popular.
They look nicer than your standard
Oh.
short box.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know
at
why-
anymore because there's a ton of them out there,
I don't know why it took them so long to make that happen. So
and they go out of print too. Like they only make them once. Here's some more.
we
great
should make an
artwork for it.
Omnibros one.
That'd be cool.
All our faces on there.
Short box.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the Superman 1 down there. Yeah, short box.
Ooh.
Brian Meenan is asking, is this a record half a dozen Omnibros on screen? I think we've done a couple before.
Mhm.
All 6
It
of us
happens
have been
every
on
so
there.
often. Thanks to the coronavirus, we all made it on.
Until our internet goes away.
There you go.
That'll be mayhem.
Listen, wait, I didn't notice it until just now because I didn't really look at these photos as I was downloading them earlier. But so we got Preacher, we got the Bible. The Bible looks a little hollowed out. Like maybe that's where he keeps his porn.
You know what he keeps in there.
No, rolling paper. Right there with the absolute Swamp Thing.
Yeah. And he's got Injustice. What a great book.
There you go. This is the best shelf he has. Is that Transmetropolitan shelf? For those three absolutes.
You should get the.
They are reprinting Volume 1, aren't they?
Absolute
They are.
Trans
under Black Label, and some people got a little.
Oh, and here's another
tender about
copy
that.
of the Batman leather. bound.
That's the leather one. I used to have that collection, and I let it go because I was thinking about getting the Absolute like an idiot.
Some more Batman goodness here. He's got Dark Knight. That's if people don't have that Dark Knight in their collection, you need it. This red book right here. That's a must-have. That's a must-have.
It's a great book.
The Paul Dini.
That's the Paul Dini one where he gets mugged.
I think that was almost all of our choices for Book of the Year that year.
I think so.
Omnis.
That Jeff Johns Flash Omnibus, another graphic short box.
Jim Lee on there. Ooh, Gotham Central, hell yeah.
Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern. And he's even got the Green Lantern Hard Traveling Heroes.
Oh, look at the logos on the Green Lantern Omnis.
Oh,
that'll trigger some people.
Shut it.
You know, he probably didn't even realize it until just now. Thanks, Gio.
Like, he's like, my life has no meaning anymore. Fucking Gio.
Oh, this is new. He's got the Harleen Black Label book. Everybody's been loving that. I've been hearing nothing but good things about that.
That's good, man.
Oh, awesome.
There's the McFarlane Superman that skipped leg day.
Timbers.
Super Sons. That's another. That's turning into kind of almost a whale status. That's out of print, and people are looking for it.
Huh. I bet if that does go completely out of print, that DC does a new version that comes with the Adventures of the Super Sons as well.
I would love that. I would love that. That would be a double dip for me.
I'd be both happy and angry at the same time.
Why the Last Man?
How big that dude is.
Oh yeah.
You got yours, right, Ryley?
Sure as fuck did.
You silly bastard.
I'm a happy bastard.
Gosh. How big is that book?
It's not big enough because it's not a cube yet.
60 issues, right?
Look at this. Is this a rescue? This toy down here that's kind of just lounging on top of that pinball machine or that Pac-Man machine?
I think they're doing the sexy pose, not really lounging. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
Trying to get Hulk's attention.
Draw me like one of your French girls poses.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Gio, any cool pops here to point out? I don't know anything.
I do like the Spider-Man ones. Those are good.
Yeah, those are cool.
You got Octo Spidey and the 6-armed Spider-Man. Those are fun.
Oh, speaking of Daredevil, I don't think we're going to make it today.
I don't think so with these shelfies.
Sorry, everybody.
These shelfies are great, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this segment. This is cool. It's a good idea, whoever came up with that.
Oh, that's awesome. Bad Dudes.
I like the Bad Dudes arcade machine.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite games.
Bad Dudes. What was it? No, I'm bad. Every time you beat a level.
Why the Last Man Omnibus is 1,440 pages. Good God.
That's a lot of whys.
How many pages?
1,440.
1440.
There's a bigger one from DC, at least.
Yeah,
one.
I think Blackest Night. What was it? Blackest Night or
Doom Patrol? I think Doom Patrol.
Fourth World, the biggie.
Final Crisis and Blackest Night. I think those are pretty big too.
Invisible. Yeah. Invisible is huge.
There we go. Here's that recreation of the Hulk 181 cover he did.
That's
here.
awesome.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, and he's got Peter David Hulk too, man. Nice.
And Ms. Marvel, can't overlook that Ms. Marvel omnibus.
It's so lonely without a volume 2, though. We need to get that fixed.
Yeah, Omar, happy birthday. Tell David to get a volume 2 out there.
I feel like the happy birthday really loses its meaning every time you ask me for more things.
Did you see that post on the boards?
I
Omar?
did.
Okay.
I did.
I didn't know if you knew about if you were in on the joke.
Oh, I was.
All right. So here's this Punisher shelf.
Ooh, he's got Silver Surfer by Slot.
Yep, that's a great one.
Nice.
I wonder what print. I wonder what print this Amazing Spider-Man is. It looks pretty big. It might be one of the first ones.
I'm gonna be a downer and say that I gotta run. So yeah,
All right.
I gotta go. Catch you guys later.
Gio, always a pleasure
Bye.
to see you.
Bye,
man.
buddy.
You want to plug your station, your channel, your life?
Yeah, the Thingamajig. Follow me on A Week in Geekdom where I talk about anime, comics, and manga. So subscribe if you can. Bye.
Right on, Gio.
Be good, buddy. You guy's a piece of crap. I haven't said that in a while. Every time somebody leaves, I'm like, I hate that guy.
Is Puerto Rico affected by this whole thing going on, or are they kind of safe away from everybody?
Wasn't that part of the joke that a bunch of Italians went down to Puerto Rico and like Cuba and Dominican Republic and all that to infect them with all these diseases? Like it's Columbus all over again.
Oh no! Speaking of, here's this Darth Vader omnibus that everybody's been fighting for these days. I've been seeing lots of people asking for.
So Star Wars is still in print, right?
That one, I think so.
Okay. Jason Aaron one, yeah.
But it's funny because when they first put out that Darth Vader, everyone was like, "This is stupid. Why would you get the omnibus? It's only 2 oversized hardcovers,"
which were out at the time.
And now everyone's like, "I need the omnibus."
This is a good shelf. He got some good stuff on here. JMS. He's got the Spider-Man life story.
Mm-hmm.
What's this one behind Vulture?
That's Craven's Last Hunt.
The oversized hardcover.
That's a deluxe edition, which it needs to be. That book is amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone here has read it, right? Like that's probably the best Spider-Man story.
Absolutely.
That's the first. I think it's one of the first Spider-Man stories I read growing up.
Yeah, it's so good.
We got a couple Burrows just flexing it.
Yeah, man. He's got the House of Powers. I like that he keeps his books very similar to Jess, though. Like he keeps them sealed until he needs to read them.
Nice.
And he also has the toys in front of him, like Jess does.
Yeah.
That's why Jess doesn't read as many comics as he should, because he's like, that's a lot of trouble to get these toys down and then put them back up.
It's a pain.
You create the domino effect when that happens.
Yeah, they knock each other over. You're exactly right.
Speaking about things getting knocked over, look at poor Captain America here getting pinned in by these Epic collections.
That's a good, what's it called? Bookend.
He's got the Master of Kung Fu's. These things are cool. The Epic
I like the Shang-Chi right there, though.
Yeah.
The action figure looks cool.
These Master of Kung Fu's are not going to be reprinted, right? Same with the Omnibus, we're suspecting.
Yeah, it's a one-time deal. They have the license for so long. And they already, I think, can't print stuff like with Fu Manchu. It's going to be pretty interesting.
That was a big legal issue for years. That's why they never released the omnibuses. So, and then when they finally came out, it was like, wow, they were actually doing it.
And they did it like all of them, like, which I think is going on with like all these people that are like, why are they printing so many Conan? Because I'm sure they paid an arm and a leg for that stuff, and they got to get their money out.
Yeah. Oh, here's a closer shot of it. I love these Epic collections just in general. That's such a cool line.
Oh, absolutely, and they look really good on the shelf.
There's the Star Wars.
Does
he have that Old Republic #1? I don't know.
That's the big rare one, isn't it?
Yeah, I found one of those recently. Ben Affleck Batman on top there. Okay, here's the Hot Toys collections.
I love that Darth Maul down at the bottom. Thing is beautiful.
This Palpatine's cool too in the throne.
He's just chilling there.
Yeah. You got the John Wick. That thing came with so many like different guns and like a pencil and everything you use to kill somebody with. It's awesome. I think that's that. That's it for the collector.
Awesome.
I think we'll continue this next time.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Good collection.
I think we all kind of, we've been here for a minute. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Awesome.
This would we should talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. there's always an Omnibroslive discount code every quarter. And at the end of the month, we always, courtesy of IST, give out a $50 IST gift card. Courtesy of IST, $50 is what we give out at the end of the month. And if you order $50 or more worth of books in the United States, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrade.com.
Never gets old.
So real quick in the chat, the Shang-Chi Omnis, I think are all out of print. I know at least the DMs are.
Yeah, the DMs are.
Yeah, those were gone a long time ago. I think some of them are still in print. Or no, wait, Master Kung Fu. Those are still in print. Some of those are still in print.
Those
All
are
right.
Master Kung Fu. There's 2 of those, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's 4 of the other. No. There's 4 Master Kung Fu and then 2 Deadly Hands.
Oh, Deadly Hands. Okay, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Deadly Hands is the black and white magazine.
Right.
So somebody's asking what the rarest epic is, and I want to say it's either the Goblin Lives or Avengers. What is it?
Final Threat.
Final Threat. Those go for big money, and people have been looking for those for a long time.
And that Star Wars Old Republic Volume 1 is like $100 book. So
Keep in mind, Final Threat has, what is it? It's the page. The pages are backwards in the first printing, so it's only had 1 printing. So when it comes back, I did highlight that when I told David these are the books that are out of print. This book has a misprinting, so maybe they can fix it for the second printing. Kind of like opposite with what happened with Daredevil Omnibus Volume 2.
can you also ask David Gabriel to fix the coloring on the Thor? What is it? War of the Pantheons.
You did not say
Fine.
happy birthday. You did not say happy
Oh,
birthday.
it doesn't count?
You did not
It
say
doesn't
happy
count?
birthday.
All right.
No, it does not count.
Happy birthday. Have him fix Neil Adams' Batman Omnibus back to the original coloring and inking.
Well, you saw the Tales of the Demon hardcover, right? Like, it has the original colors.
But
All
it's
right, guys,
not
I'm outta here.
oversized, Omar.
That trade.
Be
Hey
good,
guys,
man.
I'm gonna take off. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Okay.
Hey, brother. Did you say that's great? Like you don't care? Whatever.
It's not oversized, Omar.
There it is. Oh, it's not, guys. It's not. You're right.
It's standard size for plebes.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean,
I don't think I'm upgrading. I'm just going to keep the trade paperback.
I'm just gonna wait.
wait, the trade paperback is recolored, though. Why would you keep it?
The trade's recolored?
Yeah, pull your trade out.
Okay.
Here come
Yeah,
the demands.
I love that he did it. Like he's like, yeah, okay.
Here come the demands in the chat. Ask David for this. Ask David for this.
Secret Wars does need to be. Well, maybe not that one. That's the crappy old one. Open it up.
The crappy old one.
Look at the pages; they're yellow. Come on, you can't take up for that book.
This is a great book.
Yep, that's that. You're
I bet
good.
it smells
That's
like an old library too.
That's the same. That's the same thing. So the new printing is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's got all the covers to like the saga of.
This doesn't even have a barcode on back. It's so
No.
Damn.
I'm serious. That book is old as shit. That's probably from the early 90s. I had the same one. And then my dumbass upgraded when they released the new printing. But the new printing has the stupid recolors from the OHCs.
right.
Ugh.
Yeah, so the new hardcover, which is standard size, right, which sucks. But so I'm hoping the trilogy that they come out with will have some of those. And then the graphic novels and with the original colors. That would be awesome.
And that one will be oversized. That trilogy one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm. Which
How much is that one going for, Jess? The original color one that you have.
How much was this? There's not even a price on it.
How much do you think it's going for right now?
Oh, I don't. Well, now that it's been reprinted twice, I don't know.
he had a chance to flip it.
I wouldn't flip it.
Good. You shouldn't. It's a good read with the original colors. Just your paper's gonna start falling apart.
It's got, for some reason, it's got Brian Stelfreeze's art on the front instead of Neil Adams, which is kind of weird, but
Kids were into Brian Stelfreeze in the 90s and they were Neil Adams.
I guess
you gotta remember that, man. Happy birthday. Please ask David to solicit the Man of Steel Omnibus. Like
Happy birthday.
It's funny because when we talk, he also gets frustrated with DC. He was like, "You have no idea how upset I was about the cancellation of Justice League Bronze Age. Like that really makes me mad." Yeah, because he likes, he loves like that's the stuff he grew up reading.
That's funny.
And I'm like,
ask David to make them release the New Mutants movie.
I'm sure he's happy about that. He's like, wait a minute, we actually timed it perfectly. It might come out in November. If it does. I don't know if it will or not.
At this rate, just release it on Disney Plus. Just nobody cares at this point.
Just release it on LimeWire.
LimeWire.
You get a Bill Clinton ad.
Kazaa.
You're dating yourself, you thief.
Put it on Kazaa. I'll go download it. So are y'all talking Daredevil today, or
No,
No, that's done. That's done.
oh goddamn, okay.
Well,
Sure.
Gabe was the big one for that, so I'm assuming you need Gabe. I wasn't gonna show up tomorrow because I'm going out of town tonight. But just wanted to come in and say hello. So
You going
the
out of
collector,
town where are you picking Corona up from?
we're just going out of town to the lake. Ain't nobody got Corona down there.
To the lake? That's where they breed it.
Not here in Kentucky.
Yeah, didn't you hear about that?
Dude, I have
Colonel-
guns to kill the
Colonel was-
coronavirus.
Oh yeah, because the gun's gonna. Yeah, I gotcha.
This is
Colonel
Kentucky.
Sanders
We
was
got-
like, it's zombified Colonel Sanders coming out of the lakes in Kentucky, and he's spitting Corona at people.
Where are
man.
you getting your news?
From the National Enquirer, dude.
Okay, that's not a thing anymore.
Bat
The
boy.
collector. The collector. We showed your collection off earlier, man.
yeah, the collector. Where you been? We just showed your beautiful
shit.
collection.
So
Not
y'all-
the first.
Go back
Not the first time we tried. Not the first time we tried. The second time.
my wife keeps yelling at me, and I wasn't watching. Join the club, man.
Yeah,
feel
Join
that.
the club.
can all relate to that.
That never stops. If it's not one thing, it's another. All right. Well, fellas, I am out of here. Thank you for letting me on and chatting with you all. Look at those awesome collections that we saw.
Where can
Thanks
we find you, Uncanny Omar?
You can find me on my channel, Near Mint Condition, where I'll be dropping a video later on after these guys are done. So, thank you for having me on. Where can they find you, Ryley, Gage, and Fry Guy?
I forgot to change that. I should probably put it as the Omnibus Collector. Thank you, Omar, for having a birthday so you can tell David about everything we want.
Sure. It's what I do.
You can find me on my channel once again, since I proudly have it back from the Russian hackers.
Were they
the
really
Omnibus
Russian?
Collector. Okay, so I think it was someone with a VPN that said they were in Russia, because there's no, like, why would someone in Russia take my channel? Like, I mean, why would anyone want to take my channel to begin with? But that's what it said. It said, like, log in from Russia. But there was, at the same time, there was, like, attempted login from Belgium, attempted login from whatever. Like, there's, like, 5 attempted. And my dumb ass, like, ignores all the emails. So, like, 6 times later, it's like, login successful in Russia. And I was like, motherfucker, how could you do this to me? I was so defeated.
So it could have been prevented.
Oh, 100%. I easily could have stopped this. But every time I got a notification where they were like, are you trying to log in from an unknown device? I was like, yeah, sure, I don't care, whatever. And
Knowing damn well you haven't uploaded a video on your channel for months, though.
Exactly. Well, because it's my Google account. And it was like, you know, my Gmail and my AdSense and my everything. And that was also my YouTube. And I wasn't thinking about that. It was also my YouTube. And I was like, all I get from Gmail is like random ads from Ashley Madison, so I don't even care. And then like I went onto my YouTube that evening, and I like, because I'll listen to videos as I drive. I'll listen to stuff, and when I was driving back home, I pulled up my YouTube so I could continue listening to what I was listening to, and nothing was loading. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's when I realized what had happened. So, 2 months or whatever later, here I am, finally got my channel back, and I uploaded 2 vids real quick. And I need to upload, I'm probably going to do the second half of my library tour and show all the Western stuff here in a minute. But I've been getting some cool people making comments, and I'm trying to. I've been writing down ideas for videos I want to make, so I have a few lined up.
Good, man.
Yeah, look up the Omnibus Collector on YouTube, and that's me. Check out my newest video. I showed my manga collection, so if you're unlike Jess and you like manga, you can check that out.
I like that me and the collector, all we got out of you rambling for the last 5 minutes is that Ashley Madison's still around.
I was surprised at that too.
Okay, so like 2 or 3 years ago, I was sitting at my I was at the beach, and I was on my tablet reading in the beach house, and my wife grabbed my tablet and she saw my Gmail, and it was like an ad for Ashley Madison, and she goes, "Why is there an Ashley Madison email?" And I said, "What the fuck is Ashley Madison?" And she's
Well
like,
played.
You know what the fuck Ashley Madison is? I'm like, no, I don't. And I looked at it, and she like started getting pissed, and I looked, and I was like, this is a spam email. Like, and I showed her.
I like that you were getting yelled at for not knowing what it was. That's a typical relationship.
You know exactly what this is. I'm like, no, I don't. And then I looked at it, and at the bottom it says like advertisement or whatever. Like, basically it outs itself to being a spam email. And I showed her, and I was like, this spam. I'm not like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll just go ahead and tell them not to spam me anymore.
And Comics Guide, where can they find you?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on YouTube and Twitter. I'm really looking forward to Ryley visiting Russia one day, and there's like a mural painted on a wall. Like he's worshipped as a god in some remote Russian town.
Except he's known as Ashley Madison.
This Ashley Madison.
All hail Ashley Madison.
His channel. Very good review of Omnibus from Ashley Madison.
Omnidog's Vault, getting the Nintendo Switch Animal Crossing edition this week.
What? You're buying that?
That's what we talked about the first half hour.
Oh, okay.
Animal Crossing.
Well, good for you, man.
Have you like already paid off your IRL mortgage, so now you have to pay another mortgage to a little animal dude online?
That's the premise of
like, are
Animal Crossing.
Are you done paying off your house and you have like an empty space in your heart, and so you're gonna buy Animal Crossing to pay a mortgage off to a little video game animal?
I am refinancing my mortgage. I did just start the paperwork on that. It's all done online. That's awesome. You can find me on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram. So thank you to the chat. It was a very lively chat, and thank you to InStockTrades.com, our fabulous sponsor. Thank you to our viewers. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please comment. And thank you to my co-hosts, especially our two surprise co-hosts, the Uncanny Omar and Gaijin Fry Guy.
Anytime, man.
Great having you here.
Thanks for talking about Daredevil today, guys.
Sorry to derail the conversation.
That's fine. It's where it goes. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Dude, Ryley